Professor Elara Moonwhisper clutched the letter in her hand as she stood at the edge of a charred clearing. The Magic Academy had received reports of an exceptionally gifted young mage, and now it was her job to investigate. Before her, a modest cottage sat nestled among the trees, its walls adorned with intricate symbols that seemed to shimmer in the dappled sunlight. Who'd you say drew these runes of protection?" Elara asked, her keen eyes tracing the patterns. A woman with kind eyes and worry lines etched deep into her face replied, "Oh, that'd be my Jasper. He's very magically gifted." Elara nodded, her gaze drifting to the scorched earth surrounding the house. "And when did this house burn down?" The woman's brow furrowed. "About 2 years ago." "Wait, how'd you know his house had a fire accident?" A wry smile played on Elara's lips. "Just had a hunch." As they walked towards the cottage, Elara's mind whirred. The intricacy of these designs was remarkable, especially for someone so young. "Where is Jasper now?" Elara asked. The woman, Mara she'd introduced herself as, pointed towards a nearby hillside. "In his safe house. He built it in a cave up there after the fire. I can call him." Elara held up a hand. "If it's all right with you, I'd like to go to him." Mara's eyes widened. "Be careful. He's laid traps all along the path." A gleam of excitement sparked in Elara's eyes. "Perfect! That'll give me a chance to see what he can really do." As Elara made her way up the winding path, she encountered Jasper's handiwork, a patch of grass that looked just slightly too green. When stepped on, it released a cloud of purple smoke that smelled of lavender and laughter. A seemingly ordinary rock that, when approached, projected an illusion of a growling bear. But it was the third trap that truly impressed her. As she rounded a bend, the air shimmered, and suddenly Elara found herself walking on the ceiling, the ground above her head. She laughed in delight, marveling at the seamless inversion of gravity. With each trap, Elara felt a surge of magic, some quite potent. She disarmed them carefully, her own considerable magical skill allowing her to navigate safely. Jasper's talent was undeniable, even if his traps were no match for an experienced professor. Finally, she reached a small cave mouth, its entrance framed by glowing runes. A boy of about 11 sat cross-legged just inside, his dark eyes watching her warily. "Hello, Jasper," Elara said softly. "I'm Professor Moonwhisper from the Magic Academy. I've come to talk to you about your gift." Jasper tilted his head. "You made it through my traps." Elara grinned. "They were brilliant. I've never seen anything quite like them. How did you come up with such complex combinations?" The wariness in Jasper's eyes gave way to excitement. "It's actually very simple if you use logic. By linking runes together, you build a magical recipe that tells the world exactly what you want to happen. The more complex the magic, the more runes you'll need, just like a complicated cake needs more steps than cookies." Elara's heart soared. This boy wasn't just talented. He understood the fundamental principles of magic in a way that took most adults years to grasp. "Jasper," she said carefully, "I'd like to offer you a place at the Magic Academy in the capital. You could learn to do even greater things with your gift." The excitement in Jasper's eyes dimmed. He glanced back towards his home. I can't leave my mom. Not after the fire. She needs me." Elara knelt down, meeting Jasper's gaze. "What if I told you the Academy could arrange a place for both of you? Your mother would be right there with you." Hope bloomed on Jasper's face, but a shadow of doubt still lingered. "You'd really do that?" Elara nodded. "Your talent is extraordinary, Jasper. With my recommendation, the Academy would be honored to have you, regardless of your age." As they walked back down the hill together, Elara couldn't help but wonder what marvels this young rune weaver might create, and what challenges he might face. The magical world could be as dangerous as it was wondrous, and talent like Jasper's was sure to draw attention, both good and ill. But for now, as she watched Jasper run to embrace his mother, explaining their new opportunity with breathless excitement, Elara allowed herself to simply enjoy the moment. Tomorrow would bring new adventures, new risks. Today, it was enough to have kindled a spark of hope in two lives touched by tragedy.